guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So we're playing Popeye the Sailor Man. Well, just known as Popeye. This is the arcade version, of course. And you know, I've talked about this game a few times. I've played it a few times. Well, not the arcade version. I've played the Commodore 64 version. I don't know if I'd played it on this channel. I think I might have. But I've definitely played the Atari version and a few of the other, you know, all different versions of it I've played. So this is interesting to actually be able to try it on the arcade. The way it was originally done, you know, that's why I kind of do this series, because there's a lot of the classic arcade games that I've never actually, you know, I don't remember playing them. I might have, but I don't have a lot of memories of playing really on the classic arcades. You know, I played a lot of the same games whenever I did go to the arcades, or when I went to Chuck E. Cheese or anything like that. So a lot of my memories of these games, or knowledge of these games, is playing it on the Commodore 64, playing it on the Atari or whatever, the Intellivision, the ColecoVision. So let's give this game a whirl. Let's, here. Alright. We have a coin. And we're ready. Ha! I love that little scene there where he comes out and just kind of tries to win her heart, but he can't do it. So, I mean, the look and feel of this game doesn't really change too much. The graphics obviously do change. The detailing. Now, the arcade does have some really great detailing. You could really see that that's Popeye. I mean, it looks like the cartoon. Even the what's his name, Bluto? I think his name's Bluto. You know, this isn't like the Popeye thing isn't something I really spent a lot of time on learning the characters and all that. You know, I seen the movie with Robin Williams. That was pretty cool. You know, I watched the odd cartoon when it was on, but I didn't really get too heavily into Popeye outside of the video game, and mostly playing it on the Commodore. Whoa, I'm playing horribly. That's okay. Oh jeez. See what it looks like when I get to spinach. So he's running away, but I'm gonna go get him. Got him. Ah, there you go. Now, unfortunately, I believe they only give you one spinach per level. So, it's kind of like if you were to play Pac-Man and you only had one of the Energizer pellets. Oh, jeez. This is definitely a lot harder. Well, let's give this one a shot again. Put in a coin again. And start. One player start or two player start. I want one player. I don't want to play two player. Popeye, catch. So yeah, if you've never played this before, if you're not familiar with it, essentially you're just trying to catch the hearts that fall. You know, and once you do, once you catch all the hearts, you'll see it on the very top left-hand side there, with the little house that says Popeye there, the one just above my head there. When that fills up with hearts, you win the level. And if the heart goes all the way down to the bottom, you lose. Well, you lose the life. You don't lose the game, but yeah. And you don't want that Bluto guy to touch you either. The thing is, he can attack you even if he's below you or above you, which makes it hard, because you can't really just rely on the fact that he's, you know, beneath you, because he could shove his hand up there anytime, just like he did there, and ruin your day. Now luckily, the hearts do give you a chance to get down there like it's doing right now, where it's like sort of blinking and stuff, and I'm in trouble. I'm gonna get the spinach. So like I said, the spinach is kind of like in Pac-Man with the Energizers. You gotta, whoa! That was not cool. You gotta be quick, because when he realizes you've taken in the spinach, you gotta, you know, move your butt. Now you can kind of catch him with this basket thing, which I failed, and I'm gonna try again. one thing I always talk about is playing on the Commodore 64 version. I remember there was a little bug, at least on the one that I have. I don't know if it happens on every single one of them, but if you, oh, I missed him. If you were to have the spinach, where you got the muscles and all that, and you were to hit that bucket and capture Bluto, he'd be stuck there for the whole level. Like, he would just be stuck there. He wouldn't move. I think it was a bug. I don't think they designed it to be like that. I think it was just a bug on the Commodore version. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it happens on every single one. Ah, jeez. And I just noticed there's that Wimpy guy. What's his name? Mr. Wimpy? Wimpy? The cheeseburger, hamburger guy. Got a credit. I'm gonna keep playing. Unfortunately, you don't get continues in this. You know, putting in multiple quarters doesn't really do much. Now, there are 3 levels to this game, so after if I were to complete that one, I would have been onto the boat. Which is fitting, considering that you are a sailor, so why not have a boat? See if I can catch him in the, There we go. 2,000 points! That's a bonus. Now, I guess because it stuns him, that gives you a great opportunity to, get the, spinach and go in and punch him into the next room. So to say. Okay, I'm gonna, well, I don't know. Maybe I can, kind of running into a problem here. Oh no! But I like I like this. I like how it's a pretty smooth play. His movement is pretty good, and I expect that when I'm playing something that's arcade quality, or, from the arcade times. They really ironed out the games, not like, say some Atari games, like the classic Atari, where they might have been a little bit buggy or unplayable. Oh, jeez. He just killed me there. But yeah, this is actually pretty decent. This is one of the better arcades that I would have actually played if I, had them in my locals. Oh, jeez! And of course, there's also the story that, one of my most favorite games, if not my most favorite game, Donkey Kong, was, from what I've read anyways, they wanted to make a Popeye game, and due to the, I guess, copyrights or the trademark or whatever, they couldn't do it. So because, oh! Donkey Kong was made in Japan by the, Japanese game developer, and maybe it was a little bit harder to get the rights to something like Popeye, which, years, was, probably not in Japan. So, yeah, so the game, this, which would have, I guess, been more of a Donkey Kong game, was different. And they came up with, instead of Bluto, Donkey Kong, and instead of Popeye, Mario. Which is cool, because we ended up getting 2 great classic games instead of 1. It's just like if a great musician leaves a band and starts his own band, now you got 2 great bands. Sort of like if you're into Metallica, and the early Metallica with Dave Mustaine was the lead guitar player in Metallica and got kicked out of the band, started his own band, and now we have Megadeth. If you're into that type of stuff. Ah, crap. Shouldn't have done that. I'm not gonna get my... Oh, no, no! Now, obviously, this is much harder than the Commodore 64 version that I got familiar with. That one I never seemed to have any problems completing the levels. So, this is definitely much harder. but it's still fun. I really enjoy this one. You know, I would totally play this if this was at a local arcade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not cool. Not cool. Whew. I definitely find this to be pretty challenging, even for a first, like the first level being this challenging. And I just got hit by a bottle. And I like how when you lose a life, you don't have to start all the way from scratch again, because that would really suck. If every time you lost a life you had to start all over again. Alright, let's see if I can get through this. Not sure who that is. I don't know. So this level is similar. Instead of catching hearts, you're catching music notes. I don't know why. I guess she's singing. You still got the spinach. And you also got this little trampoline, or not trampoline, what do you call that? I don't know why I called it a trampoline. It's like a catapult? Teeter-totter? What is that thing? You always see it in movies. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, no! Am I out? Nope. Still got some lives. Still got lives. Oh, crap. Let's see. Maybe I can get Bluto now. He's got nowhere to go. Ah! Dirty trick. I like how he can run over the space, but you can't. There, I got him. I punched him in the face. Maybe in the back of the head. I don't know. I punched him. Now, the one beef I do have about this game is he recovers pretty damn fast. I mean, he literally just got punched and then climbed out of that water and he's back to normal. So, yeah, you don't get a whole lot of, you know, grace in this game. Oh! No! Back to game over. Oh well. Let's give it one more go. Maybe I can do it. I was hoping I can get to the third level, but this is hard. Especially when you're talking. Ba-da-boom. Maybe I can catch him again. I remember sometimes what I used to do when I played this on the Commodore 64 is I would kind of wait until a lot of the hearts were down at the bottom. And then I'd just kind of run down there and get them all. Now that doesn't always happen because sometimes, like right now, one might get down there a lot sooner. And you gotta be careful because you don't want it to, you know, get to the point where it's hit the water and it's over. But yeah, you can see, like, you know, because once it starts blinking and doing that tone, you know that you got a few seconds left, at least, to, you know, get to it before it sinks. Now, the one thing that does suck, too, is that when you do that whole spinach scene, you'll notice that the hearts were stopped. They weren't continuously going. Meaning you're kind of like stalled while that's happening, which kind of doesn't help your advantage, really. Oh, geez, I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was going to go down. I thought I was going to have the, you know, the ability to go down, and that didn't happen. I think that's a common thing with video games when it comes to stairs, is you intend to go up or down the stairs, and it doesn't happen. You run right by them. If you play Castlevania, say, on Nintendo, that sort of thing happens a lot. Where you really intended to go up the stairs, but then, oh, jeez, it didn't happen. Oh, I got one more heart to get. You're mine. There we go. Olive oil loves me. Everything is right with the world. Okay, now I need to get the music notes. The sounds are pretty cool, too. wonder where he gets all these bottles from. Why is he throwing bottles? Is he an alcoholic? Ah! Dirty trick! Maybe it's pop bottles. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really follow the cartoon too much, or the comic strip, or anything like that. I mean, I remember when I was a little kid, and I had like some kid books. I even had a record, a little record that I used to play on my record player, and it kind of was, you know, in the Popeye voice, and I guess it was a companion to the book. I'm dead. But yeah, I remember playing that. That was pretty fun. But apparently I can't get to that 3rd level. I guess I'm going to have to try this again one day. But it's a lot of fun. I thought it was really cool. The Commodore 64 one, I never seemed to have any problem getting to that 3rd level. And I've even played the other ones, like like I said, the Intellivision one, the Atari one. So, whatever. I guess the arcade ones, they're designed to be hard, and that's expected. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of Popeye. Perhaps I'll do another round of this, or maybe I'll try a live stream, or I don't know. Maybe I can get somewhere one day. Maybe I need to practice it. I can get better at it. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Leave some comments down below. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.